Okay, DC fandom is officially over, and there is a lot to talk about. Right off the bat, we're going to talk about the Batman. So, for the longest time, I felt like people have given Robert Pattinson a really bad rap. Yes, he played a sparkle vampire. That was forever ago. That was forever ago. For other people who've just been like watching his movie career, the dude gives 110% in whatever movie he's in. He absolutely crushes it. So I wasn't really afraid of him taking over the mantle and becoming Bruce Wayne and becoming the new Batman because I knew he was going to give, like I said, his 110%. And holy fuck, yo, the first Batman trailer automatically got me hyped. But this second trailer, oh my god, hurry up. Hurry up. I need to watch this movie now. Like, damn, COVID has been such a drag on like the last year, man. We've had some bright spots here and there in regards to going to the movies. Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, surprisingly in a weird way, Venom 2, the new James Bond flick, all have been super dope. But damn, I need like a core movie. I need a core superhero movie, and that's Batman. And I'm super pumped for the Batman movie in general. Now, one of the things that I feel like people are kind of confused by is this is not Batman Year 1. This is more like Batman Year 2 / 2.5. He's been Batman for an entire year now, as seen in the previous trailers where he walks into the room and the detectives more or less are familiar with him, especially Jim Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright. Is it Jeffrey Wright? I got it right this time, right? Yeah, it's Jeffrey Wright. They're familiar with Batman. They work with him to take down criminals. But this trailer did a good job of just showing like his rage, because there's that one scene where he's like beating the shit out that criminal on the ground, and Selena Kyle's like, "Damn, he's out. You got him. He's done." And he just keeps on whirling away because this version of Batman hasn't worked through his anger. He's pissed. And because he's pissed, he's taking all that anger out essentially on the villains of Gotham. If they can capture his anger, if they can make it so that Riddler is messing with him to push him down this path where he's going to end up being essentially Gotham's like number one target, like their number one threat. Because I think there were little hints in one of the in the original trailer of the GCPD turning on him, then it's going to be absolutely great. Like, I would love to see him not only work through his anger and get over it, because it looks like Alfred's also trying to like talk him down off of that ledge, but also just watching his journey as he becomes like that thing that you fear at night in Gotham. Then we move on to something that I'm not hyped for, which is the Flash movie. Which I know there are people out there that are major Flash fans, but I feel as though this movie has gone through so many rewrites, and they've gone so far away from the source material, where one minute it's going to be with Reverse Flash. Now there is no Reverse Flash. Now he's going to another Earth. But he's not going to another Earth because he's running back in time to save his mom. It's like, okay, if you guys are sending out mixed signals so that we don't know what direction the movie's going in, that's fine. But the script has been rewritten so many times, because you have to remember, this Flash movie originally started way back before Justice League, the butchered Zack Snyder cut. Before that, because he was supposed to be essentially, I believe, the movie that came out just before Justice League, or the one that came out right after Justice League, in between Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2. Never happened. The original script got scrapped. Then there was a rewrite, got scrapped. Then Ezra Miller came on and started helping out with the script, got scrapped. Then they brought in somebody else to work on the Flash script. So I don't know what we're supposed to expect. I'm not really hyped for this movie. And I'm probably not going to be hyped for this movie until they drop like a better trailer. Because essentially this trailer was just nostalgia bait. Ooh, 3 Flashes. Ooh, Michael Keaton's Batman. Ooh, the Batmobile. And it's like, okay, whatever. Like, the new Flash suit, I was never a fan. I am not a fan of the new 52 Flash suit, the one that has like the lights on it that glow. Absolutely hate it. I'm more of a fan of the classic Flash suit, which is weird that I was more pumped seeing the CW Flash, Grant Gustin's Flash, in his new Flash suit with the gold boots over Ezra Miller's Flash standing there next to that waterfall in the glowing suit. Couldn't care less for the glowing suit. It's whatever. Like it's up in the air right now whether or not I'm going to end up being hyped for the Flash movie. Probably won't be, but hey, if they pull it through and it becomes super interesting in the next trailer, then I'll be hyped then. But for right now, I'm neither overwhelmed nor underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed. Black Adam, I didn't know what to expect with Black Adam. What they've shown so far is definitely leaning more towards a Zack Snyder-esque movie where like he just disintegrates that dude. Like he grabs him up and just bolts him with lightning and he's just gone. Ashes, nothing. That's dope as hell. If that's the direction the entire movie is going to go in, fuck yeah, I'm on board. That's going to be cool as shit. Here's my problem. Is The Rock actually going to act? I don't know if you've been watching The Rock recently in these last couple years, but for the last, I'd probably say 10 movie he's been in, he's basically been playing himself. He's fallen into like that hole that both Vin Diesel and Ryan Reynolds fell into, where anytime you see them, they all sound the same because they're all basically playing one variant of the same character. And I really haven't seen him flex, those acting muscles in a really long time since like The Rundown. The Rundown. That's fucking old. That you can carbon date me off of that movie. But if he brings his acting muscles, I'm here for it. Because from what I'm seeing, it looks as though it's going to be leaning somewhere in between Zack Snyder's Justice League and Mortal Kombat in regards to fatalities. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Now, on the absolute flip side of that, we have the Shazam movie, Fury of the Gods, which also looks like super fucking dope because it has Lucy Liu and Dame. Oh my god. I cannot believe we're Googling this shit like right fucking now because she was legit in Skyfall. And it's definitely not Hellen Mirren, right? It's not Hellen Mirren. It's Dame. Is it Judi Dench? No, it's not Judi Dench. There's no way. Hold on. Now I actually have to Google Shazam to see who the cast is. It's not Hellen Mirren. Oh, it is Hellen Mirren. Holy shit. I don't know why I was thinking about Judi Dench. But it has Hellen Mirren as, Hespera. I didn't think she was playing Hespera. Or at least, never mind. Lucy Liu's playing Calypso. And it looks super fucking dope. They did a lot of behind the scenes stuff in regards to explaining where both of these two villains are essentially coming from. And we're getting a lot of Greek mythological creatures. But then we're also getting a ton of god stuff. We're going to be dealing with Zeus and Hermes and Ares and all of those things. Now, here's the thing about that. Wonder Woman kind of established some of this god shit in the past. Is this movie essentially going to undo what Wonder Woman 1 did? Because you have to remember that Wonder Woman 1 was released when it was still under the cloud of the Snyderverse. So, with the Snyderverse being dead, rest in peace, does this mean that we're actually going to be getting a serious, I don't know, Olympus? A serious gods? Are we going to be getting Zeus, Ares, all of them? Are they going to be showing up? Because this is where Shazam essentially borrows his powers from. Only time will tell. So far, I dig it. I love the suits way more than I did in the first one. The first one, the suits felt kind of rubbery and a little bit blocky. This one, it's a lot more form-fitting. Like, it basically relies on lost my voice there. Basically relies more on Zachary Levi's physique than it does giving him like bullshit muscles. Also, Fury of the Gods, I'm wondering if at the end of this movie it's going to have a a teaser or a post-credit scene for Black Adam, because technically he was teased in at the end of the first Shazam movie when they're sitting at the Rock of Eternity and they ask, well, there's 5 of us, whose seat is that? Only time will tell, like I said before. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, not really a lot to talk about there. They showed a lot of behind the scenes principal photography stuff. I'm kind of dope that Black Manta's coming back. Wasn't really sure if we're going to get his character back this soon. I'm kind of torn on the new suit. I'm not a fan of the all black. I literally told a friend this, that I feel the exact same way I did with the original X-Men movies, where I'm not a fan of just the black leather. Like, I like the color. I like the color scheme of his suit in the first movie. I'm really hoping that this is just like a tactical suit he wears for 5 minutes and then he gets rid of, because I like the golden green. I just didn't like the gloves. The gloves felt really bad and tacky, but the rest of the Aquaman suit in the first movie is absolutely fucking amazing. And I kind of wish he had gotten the gold cloak, but he left the gold cloak in that ruins place. And I was just like, why? I'd rock the cloak. And then I remember Edna Mode, and it's like, no capes. Peacemaker. This looks dope. And the reason why it looked dope is because I really didn't think it would add another obscure character to the universe in the form of Vigilante. And I actually like the fact that Vigilante's a shithead, just like him. It really keeps in the vibe of the Suicide Squad. And I like the fact that they're delving into his character, because we kind of got a hint of the complexities of his character when he was fighting Rick Flag in the Suicide Squad movie. So it's nice that we're actually seeing, like, the father who abused him and made him the way in which he is, him being more or less a lot more of a dope. He even seems like he has like a love interest in this. So I'm super pumped for the Peacemaker movie. I think John Cena crushed it as Peacemaker. He was fucking hilarious in the Suicide Squad movie. I hope he comes back for a future Suicide Squad movie, and I'm really happy that he has his own series in general going forward. Now we're gonna jump over into video games, and there's really only 2 big games that I really want to cover. The first one is Gotham Knights. Now, for Gotham Knights, I really thought that this was going to be a continuation of the Arkham series, but it seems as though I'm wrong. Gotham Knights seems to be its own thing in its own universe. It looks like basically Batman's like retired, or he's dead, or he's gone, and essentially the sidekicks have stepped up to protect Gotham. Problem is, now that Batman's no longer around, the Court of Owls is doing things behind the scenes to not only kill them, but take Gotham over for themselves. Super interesting. I think the Court of Owls story is really good. It's also going to be super interesting to see how Nightwing, Red Hood, Tim Drake's Robin, and Batgirl all deal with the Court of Owls, because the Court of Owls has always been a challenge that even pushed Batman to his brink, and it's looking as though it's basically going to push them to the edge as well. The only problem I'm going to be having with Gotham Knights has to do with the fact that it looks like it's going to be more of an RPG than the Arkham series games, but then that's more or less to be, understood, because the game is essentially being made by a completely different team, and they're going for more of a drop-in, drop-out co-op type of vibe. I don't do demos, so I probably won't demo it if it ever came out, but I'm still excited to play it, because so far I feel as though we've been absolutely crushing it in regards to comic book video games for like the last 10-15 years. The last game, Suicide Squad. This is actually in the Arkham universe. It is also made by Rocksteady. It is a continuation of an Arkham side thing dealing with Amanda Waller in one of the Batman games. So the Harley that we're seeing in this game is actually the Harley that we've encountered in the previous games, even though she doesn't look anything like the Harley that we encountered in Arkham Asylum City, or Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight was the last one. I'm pumped for this one as well. I'm wondering whether or not this is going to be, if we have a choice, like we get to choose which one of the Suicide Squad members we play as, or if we're locked in. I really wasn't able to follow a lot of the information. I was at work. I'm sorry. Looking it up, I haven't really been able to find it. If you know whether or not this is a select your character, play through it type of game, drop that down in the comments below. I'm going to be super pumped when it comes out. I need to play through the Avengers game on the channel before the other squad game, Guardians of the Galaxy, comes out in like 2 weeks. Yeah, in like 2 weeks. When does Guardians of the Galaxy come out? Like, I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy game comes out on... Or you don't need to tell me. It comes out on the 26th. So I have 10 days. I have 10 days to play through all of the Avengers game and Battle of Wakanda. Get that up on the channel before Guardians of the Galaxy drops, and then start playing through that and put that on the channel. But yeah, pumped for Batman, lukewarm on the Flash, pumped for Black Adam, pumped for Aquaman, pumped for Peacemaker. I'm kind of sort of pumped for Gotham Knights, and I'm definitely pumped for the Suicide Squad game. I think this DC fandom this year was way better than the one last year. Last year we got a lot of like teasers and this is the direction we're going with, blah blah blah. I'm definitely gonna have to sit down and go through some of the more smaller announcements in regards to things like comics and shows. I know that we definitely got an announcement for Young Justice. I think 2 episodes dropped today, so I'm going to watch those and review them and talk about anything that happened at the end of either of the episodes and throw it up on the channel. At least get back into production mode. And I think that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. But yeah, DC fandom, if you agree, if you disagree, if you have any takes that you want to say, drop it down low in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. The road to 1,000 continues, and I will catch you in the next one.